My name is Joel Davison. I'm a product manager for STAR-CCM+. And essentially our responsibility is, it's kind of a two-way thing. We want to understand what customers want out of STAR-CCM+, both what their immediate simulation needs are and also, what they see going forward. And we need to communicate that into definitive needs for our development team, so things that they can actually deliver. We also work very much on the communication side of things, helping ensure that our customers and our internal teams know what we're doing, what's coming in the new release of STAR-CCM+, and obviously we release 3 times a year, so that's a fairly involved task, but also understanding what's coming up in the future as well. So the way we choose the development of STAR-CCM+, I understand what we're going to do now and in the future. It's very much a balance. So we have to understand what our existing user base want, what their immediate needs are, whether that's taking an application they're already familiar with and improving on it, improving the accuracy or the turnaround. And that can be anything from making the whole process faster through to adding in a new physics model that they require and so forth. So and that can be quite a fine-grained thing. The other way of looking at it is we as a company have to look at where we see the market going and where we see advances in technology going that'll help improve our customers' workflow in the future and adding capabilities. And that can be, again, anything from how we can leverage new hardware technologies through to how we can build more applications and more disciplines to STAR-CCM+, so we can cover a wider range of applications. We have the Steve portal, which is our customer portal, and this is a repository of our knowledge base. So these are frequently asked questions about STAR-CCM+, and these are built up by our support teams, primarily looking at little articles, things that they see often from our customers, and this is a very extensive knowledge base. You also have the documentation, it's got downloads and so forth, but also our customers can submit and manage their support questions through there. So they can instantly log on, submit a new support query, or indeed look at the status of their existing queries. So that's the Steve portal. And from there we have what's called IdeaStorm, STAR-CCM+ IdeaStorm. And this is where our customers can go and put in their ideas for STAR-CCM+, their requirements for the future of STAR-CCM+. They can go on, they can vote, they can comment and so forth. And the idea is really an innovation forum. It's a forum where our customers can interact with each other, can submit an idea and also comment and help expand on other people's ideas, but also CD-adapco employees are very actively engaged in that. So it's a dialogue between us and the customer. The theme of the conference this year is simulating systems, and the whole idea of that is that we want to, push the boundaries of where your analysis is, integrate more disciplines, and not just look at a single discipline within engineering simulation and push that out to incorporate more and more different physics, more and more different types of analysis. And that's really the focus of a lot of what's coming in 2014 and 2015. So an important part of that is multidisciplinary design exploration. So we're working on our STAR-CCM+ enabling Optimate and Optimate Plus product, which is design exploration and optimization within STAR-CCM+. And at the keynote I did a demo of how that connects to our CAD tools. So we have a bi-directional link with CAD, which allows you to import parameters within STAR-CCM+, modify them and go back. And the STAR-CCM+ enabling Optimate Plus allows you to drive those parameters in an optimization. Looking forward, how we do that is we have a very important feature, which is our co-simulation API coming in 2014. And really we want to start building an ecosystem around STAR-CCM+, and this API will allow our partners and even our clients to write links to STAR-CCM+, to pass data backwards and forwards and perform co-simulation with, say, structural tools, electromagnetic codes and so forth, and really expand the range of disciplines you can handle. And to that same area, we are developing a finite element framework within STAR-CCM+, and that's a big announcement that Steve McDonald made at the beginning of the conference. We're traditionally a finite volume code for CFD type applications, but we want to expand into areas where finite element is important. And that's not just structural analysis, that's also things like highly viscous flows, mold fillings and so forth. I think it's fair to say that our biggest competitor is ANSYS with their suite of tools, Fluent obviously primarily on the CFD side. So they're definitely our biggest competitor. What I believe we have different in STAR-CCM Plus and why I believe we're better is we're very much an integrated approach. So STAR-CCM Plus is an integrated environment for analysis, for engineering analysis, meaning that within that single environment you can do the entire analysis workflow, everything from geometry import and creation through to meshing, which really is a great strength of ours, is our meshing tools, our ability to handle sophisticated geometries through to a whole range of physics and post-processing and analysis. And also, we've worked very closely with a range of different partners. So we work very closely with Dassault Systèmes Simulia to have a very strong link with Abacus for structural analysis, and we have a co-simulation with them. And so, we have a slightly different approach to how we look at engineering analysis than our competitors, and I think it's fair to say that largely our customers very much appreciate that approach. The interesting thing with the fact that a lot of the CAD and PLM companies are integrating more analysis into their tools is that I believe it's actually of benefit to us because it allows exposure of simulation to customers that potentially wouldn't have that exposure before. They wouldn't be aware of the benefits that analysis and simulation can bring. And really that helps us in many ways when they want to add in that extra accuracy, that extra fidelity and extra realism that you get with STAR-CCM Plus. We have a solution for them. We have the CAD clients, which provides a range of STAR-CCM Plus functionality within the CAD and PLM environments. And that allows the customers that are just starting out slowly with simulation, maybe with those kind of integrated products from the CAD vendors, to understand the benefit of simulation, then look, be more aspirational, I guess, look to the future about where they can really go with simulation. And we're there to provide that flexible approach for everything from the simplistic and the basic analysis all the way through to the far more sophisticated. So it allows people to grow into simulation. Simulation has always been very much tied to computer power. And as computer power becomes more affordable and more available, that is allowing people to look at simulations with a level of fidelity and a level of realism that really, even maybe 5-10 years ago, they weren't even dreaming about. So that availability of affordable computing is such a powerful driver of the market today. And that is driving not only what's done in STAR-CCM Plus, but also, again, coming back to this theme of simulating systems, what people want to tie into with STAR-CCM Plus, how they will expand from just a flow simulation, for example, through to a flow and structural simulation, co-simulation at the same time. And I think that's where the market's going to go more and more, is into this theme of adding greater fidelity, not only in terms of the accuracy of the single simulation, but how you model the system as a whole, how you build in more and more elements and more communication between these different disciplines. So the way we've structured our licensing and our pricing models is really driven by, again, how the market has evolved and again, how computing power has become cheaper. So again, as computing power has become cheaper, people have added more and more processors. And increasingly, we saw that the limit factor on simulation was not the hardware they could buy, but the cost of the software on these additional processors they were buying. So what we've got is what we call power licensing. We've got a number of different flavors of that. We have the power session license. So this is a single license that allows you to run on an unlimited number of cores. Whether you want to run on 1 core, 100 cores, or 1,000 cores, it's all the same price. We have what's called power on demand, and that's essentially serving a power session license, but counted by the hour. So you buy a number of hours of time, and then how you use that is entirely up to you. Again, it's unlimited in terms of core count. Say you have 100 hours, you could run one job for 100 hours. You could run 10 jobs for 10 hours, or 100 jobs for 1 hour. It's an entirely flexible system, and that's a key enabler to doing analysis on the cloud, because it's served over the internet so that you don't have to install a physical license file at the location. So you can log on to a cloud provider, you simply point STAR-CCM Plus at this license server, and you can use those power on demand hours. And finally, our most recent addition to the power licensing option is what's called power tokens. And this is driven off the back of our move towards design exploration and optimization. And these power tokens are a very flexible way of licensing. And what it allows you to do is the power tokens themselves can be used as core licenses, so you can add additional processors to your job, or they can be used as concurrent runs in a design exploration or analysis using STAR-CCM Plus enabling Optimate or Optimate Plus. So essentially, if you have 10 power tokens, you could use one job on 9 cores or 10 cores, or you could do 10 concurrent jobs on a single core each. So it allows you, if you've got very small, quick jobs that don't need a lot of cores, you can do lots of jobs all at the same time. And it's entirely flexible how you use these power tokens, and indeed they can be used for pre and post processing sessions for STAR-CCM Plus. They can be used as core licenses for any STAR-CCM Plus simulation, and that's all tied to this move, as I said, to design exploration and optimization. Our core market segment, and it's not any secret, is ground transportation. You can see that at the conference here, how many we have, and really we have a lot of experience, a lot of expertise, and a lot of pedigree in ground transportation. Where we've seen a lot of growth in recent years is aerospace, especially. We've seen the adoption of industrial codes such as STAR-CCM Plus in the aerospace industry, and we're growing very well in the aerospace. Oil and gas as well is another area of growth. But we're also seeing a lot of growth in kind of specific new applications in those areas, things such as battery modeling, for example. So for the electrification of vehicles and indeed aircraft, the modeling of batteries and lithium-ion batteries specifically, as well as the things you see up and downstream of that, so the electric machines, as well as the electronics, the power electronics as well. And that's where we're seeing a lot of interest and a lot of growth.
It's all